Hello, everyone's. All right, it's Sharice Johnson Moore here, your hope builder, lifting you out of your sorrow by guiding you to see the Christ within through scripture and practical applications. It is time for Arthur's Excerpt Sunday, and today's guest, we have Mo Flames. Yes, we have author Mo Flames. Yes, we are going to sit down and talk about her book entitled One Ain't Enough. Okay? One Ain't Enough. This book is good. Ooh, I read it and it is off the chain. Okay? So come on and let's join in this conversation with author Mo Flames about her book entitled One Ain't Enough. All right, come on now. Let's get busy. Everyone. Hello, how is everyone doing today? Hello, and welcome to Author's Excerpt Sunday. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore, your hope builder, lifting you out of your sorrow by guiding you to see the Christ within through scripture and practical applications. Hello, everyone. It's time for our special guest of this evening. Her name is Miss Mo Flames, and she is the author of One Ain't Enough. Hello, everyone, and welcome, Miss Mo Flames.
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me, Sharice. Hello,
How are
everybody.
you doing today, baby? How you
I'm
doing today?
fabulous. Happy Sunday, fun day.
I know that's right. It's a special day for me, of course,
Yes,
because
happy
it is my birthday.
birthday.
And hey, how you doing?
Happy
I
birthday.
know that's right. Make you want to get out and party, girl. I know that's right. So how's your day been, baby?
It has been absolutely wonderful. Busy, but wonderful. Busy, but wonderful.
Oh, okay. All right. So Miss Mo Flames is driven by a solid predilection to share her experience with her readers and give a glimpse of stories she has read. Mo Flames writes creativity and innovatively, telling stories that her readers can easily resonate with. Through her electrifying style of storytelling, Mo takes pride in her ability to take ideas from her mind and express them in a very poignant way, which other readers are able to understand and relate to. Partly her writing has been by her strong reading and writing culture that started when she first held a pencil in her very tender age. And in a flourishing authorship journey that spans over 15 years now, Mo has worked on numerous books and manuscripts. She published her first book in 2008, and between now and then, she has put down numerous manuscripts before re-releasing her debut romance novel, One Ain't Enough, the first book in a series of three. The story explores rekindling love, fighting temptations, drawing boundaries, scandals, drama, and mayhem, murder, and remarkable cast that will not quickly relieve her readers' minds. Mo Flame has the gift of storytelling in a unique way. She engages her audience for the first word to the last. When she is not teaching or not tucked into her tight schedule, you will find her traveling, playing games like The Sims, watching Criminal Minds, and listening to some nice smooth and R&B tracks. Besides, she enjoys bowling and reading romance, erotica, fantasy, and suspense romance stories. She is passionate about her community service and crafting, and she always dreams of being the very best version of a writer she can ever become. Currently, Mo Flames resides in the HEL, baby, with her husband and daughter. Everyone, welcome Miss Mo Flames to the broadcast.
Thank
Hello,
you.
darling. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was wonderful.
So, oh yes, oh thank you so much. So I wanted to ask, I want to get into what made you become an author.
Well, I always like to read. My dad always had books around us. He was an avid reader himself, and I don't know if you ever remember having Encyclopedia Britannica. Years ago, they used to bring them around the house. So we had
Mm-hmm.
Encyclopedia Britannicas. We had so many books, bookshelves like this, and not this
Mm-hmm.
big, but we had a bookshelf with different books. And you remember Scholastic with
Yes.
I would always want to buy the Scholastic books. I think, oh please, I just gotta buy a book. I would just
Mm-hmm.
beg and go to the library with my dad, and I would want to
Mm-hmm.
rewrite people's stories. I mean, it didn't matter
Okay.
what ending I would have. I'm like, oh, I can rewrite their ending. So, and my
Yeah.
cousin, she would have like, here she goes with her little notepad, and I would sit there on the bed, and I'm like rewriting endings. Whether it's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
V.C. Andrews, the first, I think one of the biggest books I read that I remember was V.C. Andrews' Flowers in the Attic. So,
Mm-hmm.
and even though to me,
Okay.
like, the story was like so far fetched with the woman having the mother having her children and not feeding them or feeding them, pretty much rat poisoning, trying to like,
Oh.
yeah, right,
Mm-hmm.
trying to take her kids
Uh-huh.
out so she can have the parent trying to win over the parents. I mean, but you didn't know that was going on towards the end. But
Yes.
that was one of the first series I read, and then I got into romance with Harlequin romance. I had probably no business
Uh-huh.
reading that
Yeah.
about my age, before
Right.
18. Okay, but that's when I
Right.
got into the romance, and I mean, I would sit there and again think of all of these different stories that I could write better than some of the authors, and again walking
Mm-hmm.
around, and my dad ended up coming home with an electronic brothers typewriter, the ones you had to put the correction tape in. Yeah, and I was sitting there. I made
Yeah.
mistakes. Tape in. You
Yeah.
couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Right.
That story's coming out.
Right.
And I will tell you what ended up happening. Of course, I got older.
Yeah.
Graduated high school, start college, and it got away from me
Mm-hmm.
for a while. And
Yes.
I got back into it. Just in college, I did great stories. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
teachers give you your papers to write, always come up with great stories. Always made A's in English. I had a teacher, Mr. Payton. He was like, "Girl, you should stick with this. You really write well." But I never pursued it throughout that time. But as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
was going through separation and needed
Yeah.
an outlet. And I'm about to date
Yes.
myself. So when people watch this and listen to this, so MySpace,
Yeah.
MySpace was
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah.
MySpace was live. I was putting stuff out and I shared with a friend, girl, I
Mm-hmm.
like to write. And she said, really? And I
Yeah.
said, I really like to write. Like, I could write stories, short stories and stuff. She said, girl, it's
Yes.
writers on here. It's some major writers, like heavy hitters. Elon
Yeah.
Harris still alive. Everybody was on there. And she's like, girl, get on there. Put your stuff on there. You never know who might be on there. I
Yeah.
just started putting out little excerpts, did my own blog, and wrote. And
Yes.
wrote the book.
Uh-huh.
Wanting enough, but it wasn't wanting enough. It had so many titles. Oh my gosh, it had so many titles before.
Okay. Yes.
And I wrote the manuscript. I wrote, and I mean, I just let everything out. And I was at the time had moved to Atlanta, so that's why I started in Atlanta. Atlanta was popping. It was just so much
Yeah.
going through my
Yeah.
mind. I wanted to be an author. I saw myself, and I don't know. Again, dating myself. Remember at the end of the show, the guy he would be sitting at his computer and pull out the paper,
Yeah. Yeah.
paper over his
Uh-huh.
head. I could
Yes.
always see myself doing that at the end of a story when I get to the end.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes.
I throw it over
Yeah.
my head. So I just always felt like I could do it, and I finally did it. When enough is done,
Yes.
I finished the book. So there
I
it is.
know that's right. I know that's right. So what piqued your interest? Was it the publishing process, or okay? So tell us about the real interesting part of where you decide to self-publish your book.
So, like you said, my first book was in '08. I was discovered by
Mm-hmm.
someone on
Mm-hmm.
MySpace. Requested, hey, I can help you get your book published. So it was a small press publisher. Not
Yeah.
knowing, you get excited. Someone wants to publish you. Didn't ask
Yeah.
the right question. Didn't understand. I was just, hey, somebody wants to publish me. Great.
Yeah.
It takes
Mm-hmm.
everything off your plate. And
Yeah.
from there, it went. It was received. People loved it. And then to start asking the questions of now what? We moved
Yes.
to book two, but then we started to move in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Creative differences,
Okay.
not agreeing on the manuscript. So now we're writing multiple manuscripts. Like you said, there were multiple manuscripts written, and we never
Okay.
agreed on those second manuscripts. So now it's asking more questions from other seasoned authors. Like, why
Yes.
are you in a contract where you are giving away your manuscripts and not being agreed? So long story short, this wasn't the best contract to be under, where you're giving away or you've given away your rights as an author. You're really not supposed to probably do that. So now it's, wow, you didn't
Right.
understand this.
Right.
You didn't
Mm-hmm.
really do what you
Mm-hmm.
did. So years went by not understanding how I should have done this process. So for me,
Yes.
it was a learning lesson. And as I always
Yes.
share now, as I'm teaching other authors, hey, you need to
Yes.
understand the process. If you want to be under a
Yeah.
small, really understand
Mm-hmm.
what your rights are. Hold on to your name. Hold on to maybe give one manuscript perhaps. And if you're giving one manuscript, understanding the process of what that entails. What's your rights in that manuscript?
Yeah.
So now for the indie publishing, I know everything is me. If I choose to drop
Yeah.
a book today or tomorrow, it's my book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything. I get
Right.
to on Kindle. If I put it on Kindle on KDP, I put it on KDP. I
It,
can choose to
it's
do it.
mine. Right.
It's
It's
all
mine.
mine.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. It's Mo Flames. So
Mm.
that was the
Yes.
choice now. It's the whole process. I get to have the say in it. I have an
Mm-hmm.
awesome editor. I'm part of the editing process. I was not part of the editing process the first time. I didn't get to speak to the people who were talking it through with my words, helping me develop as
Yes.
an author. Because authors need to grow. You need to have
Yeah.
a coach. Someone helping you
Yes.
develop in your career as an author.
Mm-hmm.
It's a community.
Yes.
I didn't have that. I didn't have a mentor, if you will. So
Yeah.
the process, I really didn't understand it at the time. So as you can tell, from '08 to
Mm-hmm.
2022, a lot of growth
Mm-hmm.
happened. A lot of growth happened during that process. So now, as an indie publisher or indie author, a
Mm-hmm.
lot easier to do it and be this indie author
Okay.
that I am.
So, what's the best advice you have for newbies? Those ones that's just starting out. What is your best advice you would give them?
Let's see. Best advice is research. Research this
Yeah.
industry.
You ain't never
Research,
lied.
research.
Yes,
Do your
yes.
homework. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
Google is your best friend. I mean, we had
Yeah,
Yahoo when I started with
yes,
Yahoo, and Google
yeah,
was somehow, but Google is your best friend. There's nothing out here you cannot find. Get a book. Get into a writers community. There's so many writers communities. Find a mentor.
it sure is.
Get a
It's a
coach.
lot.
Don't be afraid to find someone who's going to help you. If they're saying no, then this is not that person's not for you. Find someone who's willing to share the information with you. If
Yeah,
you don't have someone to talk to and you're not researching this, more than likely you're going to make some pitfalls, and unfortunately, it's going to be a very long journey for you. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I did.
it's and costly.
Oh God, costly.
It's costly,
Yes, you
costly.
need a budget. You need a budget.
Yeah, yeah. You need a plan.
You need a
How much
plan.
money you want
How
to
much?
spend? How much money you go? Because as me as an author, I had to learn. I learned that I did my research on all the different people publishing. Who should
Mm-hmm.
I go with, and this, that, and the other, and all the other, not just KDP and Kindle and things like that. I did my research on the different publishers that are out here, the big top 10 to the the to the self-published, the ones, the independent publishers, things like that. And the one thing I have learned is you gotta know what the budget is. You gotta know
Yes.
how much how you gotta put all the things that's included into a list.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, how much my book gonna cost me? How
Right.
much the graphic arts designer gonna cost me to create the book cover, the
Mm-hmm.
Kindle cover, the hardback cover?
Mm-hmm.
How much ISBN number, things of that nature. Should I have one? Should I
There we
buy
go.
one?
Come on with the biggest one. I feel you need to have your biggest investment ready to pay for is your editor. The one
Yes,
that's going to make sure what's
yes,
behind the cover is going to make sure your readers are going to
yeah,
understand from page one to the end your book is quality. There's quality
yes,
behind the
yeah,
cover. And your
not,
cover, your
yeah,
cover design. Mm-hmm. Your cover
yeah,
design. From the end, yeah,
and
you need to
it's just
sheet,
itemized, right?
itemize it from beginning.
Itemized, yeah, in the beginning and end, because everything is a process.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is a process when you just decide to do self-publishing.
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot of authors say, I went with this company and I got this, but I didn't get the marketing or advertising after that. And then if I want that, they won't charge me for that service.
Right.
And the one thing I always tell authors is, um, have some more money for the after the book is published. Always have you not the publishing. Okay, that's one process. Publishing, sub-publishing, all those fees for that.
Marketing.
Then you gotta have a budget for your marketing and advertising, because that's how you draw people to your book.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Draw them to the process. Um, so
And I'm learning that
what
happens while you're doing all of this. I'm learning that happens while you're doing this, meaning as
everything's together.
yes, while you're writing your book, your readers should be going going along on the
Yeah.
journey with you. Hey, guess what? I'm writing a book. I'm a new
Mm-hmm.
and follow me
Yeah.
on my journey while I'm writing this book and going through my edits and finding my cover review.
Mm-hmm.
That's your
Yeah.
marketing. That's part of
Yeah. That's the part of the build up.
yes.
you
Yes.
know Besides, that build up is good for when you launch your book. So
Exactly.
let us hear you read an excerpt out of your book, please.
One ain't enough. All
All right.
right.
One ain't enough. All right, now let's see what this juicy tidbit get us.
Okay, here we go. His voice was low and deep as he greeted her. Hello, Desiree. Jamal took her hand and kissed the back of it. Being up close and personal, she was able to focus on all of his features. He was the same height as Rico, with piercing dark brown eyes, thick eyebrows, and super long eyelashes that looked as if they were done perfectly by mascara. His full lips were perfectly outlined by a pencil mustache that connected to his goatee beard. Then she smiled, thinking she had a better appreciation for Beyonce's lyrics from the song Soldier. He was sexy as hell, rocking a low cut Caesar. He oozed ultra managed and the sophistication of a distinguished gentleman. Jamal was handsome and sexy. She realized he was still holding her hand. She looked down for a moment. His hand was larger than hers and smooth. And his fingers were oh so soft. Her eyes returned to his face. As she watched his lips move, her vision got a little hazy. She tried blinking away the blurriness, for the vision was still fuzzy. Am I actually seeing his aura, or is it this damn Cosmo? I think I've had too many, she thought to herself. As she rubbed her eyes, the haziness went away, and she noticed he was watching her. She didn't bother explaining herself. Instead, she told him to continue talking. I asked you if you would like to dance. When Jamal flashed that pearly white smile, Desiree knew she was caught up. After spending the rest of the night dancing and talking, they exchanged numbers. A few weeks later, they had dinner at a restaurant near her office. By the end of the week, by the end of their date, she realized they had a few things in common, and she looked forward to spending more time with him. They knew maintaining a relationship would be challenging, with Desiree's new position that required her to travel 80% of the time, and Jamal's practice that demanded shifts at the hospital, surgeries, and on call emergencies. But when their schedules permitted, they spent as much time together as possible. Although it was difficult, they somehow made the relationship work. Jamal invited her to attend a medical conference in Manhattan before they left, he proposed to her in the middle of Times Square. She accepted, and they were married 6 months later. Bringing her thoughts back to the present, Desiree knew her marriage wasn't exactly going as well as it should, considering they were still newlyweds. Something had shifted, and she couldn't put her finger on it. She wasn't unhappy, but she wasn't happy either. She continued to travel while spending minimal time at home. Jamal had been patient, but he began voicing his opposition to her traveling. He was also ready to start a family, but she wasn't thinking about being anybody's mother. She objected to the idea and justified her reasons with how much it meant for her to have a successful career first. Despite her objections, he still pressed her about it. She wasn't ready, so he would have to wait. Looking down at her watch, Desiree cursed and got dressed quickly. Then she called her husband. After 3 rings, Jamal answered in a groggy, deep voice. Hello? Hey, it's me. What's up, baby? Is something wrong? No, and I'm sorry to wake you up like this in the middle of the night, but I wanted to let you know I'm getting on a flight in an hour. When I land this morning, I have to go to the office. I'll take a car service home when I get off, so don't worry about coming to get me. Call me when you get off the plane. Love you. All right, love you too. She hung up and called downstairs to the front desk for a bellhop. Looking forward to getting on the plane and catching up on some sleep. She picked up her carry-on baggage and headed for the door. Jamal sighed and turned over to the woman next to him. Sweetheart, I've got to get up. She'll be home in a few hours. Why your face look like that? I knew
Okay.
you
Wait a
was
minute. Hold on.
I knew you was gonna make that face. She was like, wait, what?
What? Okay.
I knew you was gonna
Um,
make that. You was like, wait, what?
wait a minute. Hold up. Oh,
I knew you was
I
gonna
was
make. She was like, wait, what?
I was not ready for that.
You was
I
like, wait,
was
what?
not ready. Like, huh? Okay, dude. All right.
I knew you was not
Now,
ready for that.
okay. See, now that is what I'm talking about when it comes to a book that that you know that's going to be good when you read it, because it has you on the edge of your seat by the last sentence. Okay. And child, let me tell you, I'm tell y'all go get the book. Okay, go get it. Cause now with that one right there, it, okay. Um, I'm going to get that book soon as I get off of this interview. I have to have it. Okay. So I thank you for reading the excerpt.
Your face
And
is like, what?
like, wait a minute, like, okay, so that is, I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it because that is how a book is supposed to captivate a person's soul. Where you when you first started reading, it was like, okay, all right, he's in a relationship, they're in a relationship and everything. And then it, embarks on how the relationship is between them two. And then all of a sudden, I okay, then he'll go to the bombshell moment right here.
She's
Okay, well,
happy, but she's not real happy, right? And she supposed to be, she
yeah,
talking him on the phone, like, hey, babe, I'm sorry, I'll be home.
yeah,
Get on the plane.
uh,
I'm get,
uh-huh,
come get me. I'll be home. And then he
yeah.
with somebody else. Like, wait, what?
uh, well, huh? Yeah, like, wait a minute, I wasn't ready for that. Yes, yes, yes. We have a guest here. Her name is J. Rosalind Marie, and she
Yeah.
states, "Mo Flames, I'm waiting for books 2 and 3."
Yes.
Okay, and we thank you, Miss J. Rosalind Marie. We thank you. We have so many, like Charles says, Charles, Charles says it's definitely best to own your own
Yes.
properties.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know, uh, uh, we greatly appreciate, that I'm still on a like wait a minute moment on that. I'm in a wait a minute, hold up, wait. When they just talking on the phone?
But see, that's just the excerpt from that part. I didn't even go into the whole story. You still on that. See,
Yeah,
Desiree got her
yes,
own thing going on. That's Jamal, her husband. Desiree got her
yeah,
own
yeah,
love that doesn't include
yeah.
Jamal. Yeah. That's one
You know what I'm
excerpt. See, that's
saying?
the excerpt of
Yeah,
Jamal triangle that doesn't include
yeah,
Desiree. Desiree got her own that don't include Jamal. See, that's why one ain't enough. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I see. All righty then. All righty then. All righty.
Uh,
Okay, dokie. So, how long did it take you? How long was the process of you writing the book? How long was the process?
the first book honestly took about 5 months. The first book took 5 months, and then of course the
Okay.
editing. The editing took a little while because back and forth. What's what we want to take out, put back in,
Mm-hmm.
add a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more.
Yeah.
And then of course this is a re-release. Like I said, this book came out in '08, and so
Uh-huh.
you guys know in '08, I think I put a BlackBerry was in this. We had flat screens. So when I re-released this book, yeah,
Yeah.
stuff
It was
that we
back
had,
there in the day.
it was
Yeah.
dated. So it was stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, I had people laughing. I said, well, when I re-released this book, I wanted it to be
Mm-hmm.
current, and so there are things that I
Yes.
changed around and did a little bit more where it was.
Okay.
I'm a seasoned writer now, so there were things that I
Yes.
updated. But my editor now, we just really made things. We've developed a lot of the characters that are in there now. People like Jay
Mm-hmm.
Roslin, she's not. It's like, man, oh man, the drama that's in there. When you say mayhem, somebody dies. I had to kill somebody in the book. Somebody dies in the book. I mean, it's so, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot that goes on, but
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
Mhm.
But it
Uh-huh.
took 5 months. The second book took oh my God, that's the story. Oh, that was funny. I had people laughing about that. This is a new
Uh-huh.
chair. Now I haven't need to buy I haven't needed to buy a new chair right in book 3, but I've told my husband
Okay.
Book 3 is halfway through. We
Yes.
are like 20. I feel like we about 20,000 words about done with book 3. I ain't
Okay.
leaving this office in 2 weeks. I ain't leaving this office in two
Okay.
weeks. It's okay.
I know.
I'm gonna need the
Yes.
chair. I might need
Okay.
another chair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, that's how dedicated I am to finishing Desiree and Derek's story. You know, that's how dedicated
Okay.
I am. But for
Okay.
these 3 books, it's taking me this year. It's taking me literally this last year to finish these 3 stories, these 3 books. That's how
Yes.
dedicated I've been to re-release book 1
Mm-hmm.
5 months, and now book 2 has taken from let's say, yeah, roughly 3 months. Yeah. Look, she said the complete book is a straight fire.
Straight fire. Straight fire. That's Miss J. Roster Marie. Yes. So um do you set a time aside for your writing time? Do
Yes,
you
I do.
set like
Yes,
time aside? Oh,
yes,
okay.
I am. I wake up every morning. I'm usually up
Mhm.
about five ish in the morning, and that's
Yes.
so I don't get interrupted by a husband, daughter, nobody. And I am sitting in this office before any
Yes.
emails, anybody, and I'm in
Hmm.
front of this, and it's the first thing I do. And it's funny. I wish I had the time that Walter Mosley said, the full 3 hours to sit and write. Like that,
Yeah.
I actually sit and read what I wrote the day before, and then I go
Uh-huh.
in and start writing. But I wish I had the full 3 hours that he spent, because I was watching one of his
Okay.
classes and he said he actually spends the three
Mhm.
hours. Ooh, and I get those 3 hours. I
Yeah.
spend now. When I get 3 hours in, oh,
Yeah.
I go, and I
Go
go
in.
what in the
You be going in.
well, I be going in. But if the
Okay.
hour that I get in the morning, that's my time
Yeah.
every morning. My daily writing habit every morning. If I can get in 300 to 1,000 words, that's wonderful. But if I don't, I'm editing in that
Hmm.
morning. That's my space every morning to write. Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, do you have any upcoming events coming up where you're going to be at? Or,
Yes, here in the ATL, the
all right
weekend,
then.
August 4th through the 7th, or it's for August 4th through the 8th, the Black Writers Weekend, Lit Crawl.
Oh,
Yes, I will be
okay.
on August 6th. I will be at the Wine House. Come check me out. I'll be signing copies.
Oh,
That ain't enough. Yes.
okay.
Please come see me. Come meet Mo Flames. Get your book signed. And then in October, I will be at the Creative, and I'm going to say it wrong, so let me pull my phone up just to tell you so I give it to you correctly.
Okay.
I'll be at the Creative Connection Retreat in October. That's Black Girls Who Write.
Mhm.
I'll be there in
Uh-huh.
October.
Uh-huh.
Then in November, 20 books to
Uh-huh.
50K. I'll be there in November. That's in Las Vegas.
Okay. Repeat that.
Sure.
Repeat that.
So, sure. So, August 4th through 7th, that's Black Writers Weekend
Uh-huh.
here in Atlanta. So
Okay.
I'll
That's
be
with
on Tamika Newhouse.
what's the lady? Yeah, Newhouse. Yes, I know
Tamika
who
Newhouse.
she is. Yes, yes,
So on
yes,
Saturday, August 6th, I will be at the
yeah,
Wine House, Lit Crawl.
yes.
Yep.
Uh
So
huh.
check me out there. I'll be signing copies. Then
Okay.
in October, I'll be at the Creative Connection Retreat with Black Girls Who Write.
Hmm.
Then in November,
Yes.
20 books to 50K for
Okay.
that's in Vegas. That's I think November. Hang on, let me give you the right date for that one. I was supposed to have this stuff for you.
Okay.
Here we go. That's November 14th through the 18th. I'll be signing copies of One Ain't Enough and One Still Ain't Enough. That's book 2. That will
Okay.
be out.
All
One
right.
Still Ain't Enough.
Uh-huh.
I'll be signing copies there in Vegas November 18th, Friday, November 18th.
Okay. All right. So that's right there, almost on Christmas and Thanksgiving put together, right? I know
Uh-huh.
that's
Yep.
right. Oh my goodness, you are moving and shaking and doing all. Keep up the excellent work, my dear.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
wanted, you can find her books on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon. Let's see.
My website.
Amazon.
Yep. My website,
Okay, the
www.com.
website.
Yep.
Okay. And you can follow her on Instagram at Mo Flames _ author. TikTok, Mo Flames _author, Twitter, Mo Flames. You can find her on Facebook, and you can find her also on Amazon. You follow her on Amazon, her author page as well. I wanted to say it has been an honor and a pleasure, and it has been my absolute um joy to have you on Author's Excerpt Sunday. Is there anything else that you want to share with us before we go?
It has been an honor that you did this on your birthday, Miss Sharice.
I thank
Happy
you. Welcome.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Come
Happy
on. Happy
birthday to you.
birthday. I know that's right. Oh
Thank
my
you so
goodness.
much.
I thank you.
I just
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. It's an honor for me that you did that. If I knew that, I would have told you we could have rescheduled, but I appreciate you. This is an honor for me. And again, when book 2 come out, we're doing this all over again. And
I
by
know
then
that's
you
right.
got
Hey.
like Mo, girl, no, you did.
Uh-huh.
So
I
yeah,
know, right? I know, right?
can't wait.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You
ma'am.
enjoy the rest of your birthday. Here's to many, many more
Well,
blessings.
thank you, dear. Thank you. All right, everyone. It has been a marvelous time we have had. It is our time to go. I'm so sorry, but I know we want to keep talking, and but we're gonna have to catch her when she come back again with her next book, and the book is still One Ain't Enough, part 2 or
One
3.
still ain't enough. One still ain't enough.
Okay, one still. Oh, one still ain't enough. Okay, all right. Excuse me, my bad. Um, I know that's right. One still ain't enough. Okay. All right. It's been my honor. It's been a pleasure. It has been everything I have ever had, to really get to know an author. It has been my pleasure. It
Like,
has been uh, you know, well, we have done so many things of this evening, and I thank you so much. And I thank all my audience for coming in and supporting Miss Mo Flames for the interview. And I love you, and I will talk to everyone later. All right, babies. All right. Thank you, Miss Mo.
thank you. Bye.
Bye, babies. Hello, everyone, and welcome to LBM TV. I am Sharice Johnson Moore, owner and CEO of LBM TV. Here at LBM TV, our objective is to give you programming that will invigorate, motivate, and inspire you. Our programming will provide you with insight, in-depth knowledge, and solutions in your daily living. We can be seen on every smart TV, smartphone globally. We're located on C1 Media Smart TV app, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Google TV. So get ready to enjoy positive, uplifting program for your daily living here at LBM TV, where we care about you.
1 million. Missing activity.